It's a year today since the massive underwater eruption in the South Pacific, and the island nation of Tonga is still dealing with the damage to its coastal waters. For more on that, let's cross live to our correspondent Greg Navarro in Nuku'alofa. Greg, you were one of the first international journalists to arrive at a disaster zone a year ago. Now, 1 year on, how has it changed?
Well, I can tell you that today is Sunday here in Tonga. It's the one day during the week when the country really comes to a standstill. Shops are closed. There are very few people out. The roads aren't very busy at all. The only thing that's seeing any kind of movement on this day are churches. This is a deeply religious country, and today, like every Sunday, the churches were packed. The main difference on this day, many of those services touched upon what you just mentioned, the devastating volcano and tsunami that hit this country exactly 1 year ago today. When you get out, as we have over the last couple of days here, and you look around, there is still a tremendous amount of damage across Tonga. When you talk to people, you realize there's still a great deal of trauma for those who survived it.
The day of January 15th, 2022 gave little warning of what was about to happen. People here in Tonga were going about their usual daily routines.
All of that changed at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon when an explosion occurred from an undersea volcano about 55 kilometers from the mainland here. A deafening sound so loud it could be heard from thousands of kilometers away.
It was really, really loud.
Like a bomb.
It was a bang, just if it's going to break my ears.
Louis Tovi and his family took cover on the floor of their minivan.
And we hear the second one, and I get out and I look around and I see the cloud is a lot of like the volcano. And I told my wife there's something wrong.
Lasila Lokotui was home alone, sitting on her veranda.
And I looked up, and then I saw that it's starting to getting dark, like a smoke coming up. And then when it clicked to myself, and then when it came like this, and then came the thunder, and then I thought to myself, oh no, I think there's going to be a tsunami.
And by the time we returned to our homes, the ash fall started, so the whole country was really dark.
Not long after the Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai volcano erupted, Tonga was hit by a tsunami.
It's over the reef.
A 3-meter high wave quickly washed over the flat mainland. 4 people were killed. The destruction across the Pacific Islands nation was immense. 12 months later, the damage is still evident. So is the trauma for people who experienced it. Speaking at a service to mark the 1-year anniversary, Tonga's acting Prime Minister struggled while talking about the impact.
Let us remember that while many of us lost so much, the families of those 4 lost so much more.
Lasila Lokotui, who works as a crisis counselor, says the sound of thunder now makes her anxious.
It always reminds me of that day. I just thought, oh no, I hope this is just a normal thunder. It won't be something related to that eruption, Every time I hear it, I said, it just keeps reminding me of that day.
Experts say it could take Tonga up to 10 years to fully recover from the disaster, but helping people here live with the trauma from that day will take much longer.
And despite what we know and what we're learning about that incredible explosion from the eruption, especially that initial blast, the fact that it shot a plume of vapor into deep space, it sent global shock waves and created a global tsunami. It's the tsunami here that did the greatest amount of damage. Scientists say the largest wave that hit the mainland here was 13 meters. That's more than 3 stories. We had a chance to travel to the western part of the mainland here, where there used to sit this beautiful luxury resort. As a result of the tsunami waves that pounded the coastline, that thing is flattened. All that is left, it looks like Roman ruins, just tiles from the floor and not much else. Pandong?
Thank you very much, our correspondent Greg Navarro in Nuku'alofa.